Feeling good. Feeling good. At this point, just taking it a day at a time. So, ready to get back out there.
What kind of work are you doing for your knee right now?
Just rehab every single day. Just trying to get the strength back. So, I'm running again, and thankful about that. So, at this point, just trying to get stronger.
Is there a projected time on the calendar for you to start kicking again?
I've been doing one steps with a regular ball. That's a relief because I've been kicking Nerf balls before then, and yeah, just happy to feel the normal ball on my foot again. But in terms of full steps, kickoffs, we have no idea. We're just gonna play it by ear.
What was it like for you last year after you get hurt, watching the game kind of struggle and watching Alex Spence trying to find his way?
It was a major role change for me. Obviously, I had no idea it was coming, and at first it was very overwhelming. But Alex is a heck of a kicker, and I'm really excited to get back here and compete with him in the fall. But in terms of last year, I mean, it's kind of just I moved in from playing to just a straight support role, and I did that to the best of my ability, helped out him as much as I could, and I think him. Well, I know him as a player, he grew more, and our friendship definitely grew more from it too.
Talk about towards the end of the year, he seemed to get a little bit, his confidence, his feet underneath him. Did you see the change in him, and was there anything you could significantly point out to that might have helped him out through the season as it went on?
It was. I mean, whenever a kicker's always starting out, they're always going to have a little bit of jitters in it. And as soon as he got that out, he was performing very well. So proud of him for that.
How hard has it been to be patient in this process?
Patience is something that I'm definitely learning something about. I've broken several bones in my life, and those are injuries, but tearing a ligament, I did not know like what I was really getting myself into. Like as soon as it happened, I was like, okay, like I've had a major injury before. I'll just rehab and I'll be back. And my patience has definitely grown. But I'm like now that I actually see the finish line, I'm starting to get a little antsy. I'm like, okay, let's hurry this thing up. Let's hurry it up. But
are there any concerns that you might not be quite as good as you were?
I mean, not really. It's obviously I had my doubt a little bit whenever I was first starting to rehab, and I was like, okay, like there's no way I'll be able to get back. And like there's always those doubts in the back of your mind, but as soon as you push through it, confidence comes back. My knee feels a lot better now, and now that I see the growth from whenever I first hurt my knee to this point, it's been 5 months, and I have 5 months until the season. There's nothing but room for growth. So.
Are there people you've kind of leaned on that have helped you once you realized how serious it was and how hard this was going to be?
A couple guys, yeah. I talked to Adam Choice a good bit about it because he tore his ACL. I talked to Stanton Seckinger a good bit on the phone. He's not here anymore, but it was really cool being able to talk to somebody who's been in my shoes before, and I'm just like, hey, like, I'm struggling. There are some days where like I don't want to go into rehab. I just don't feel like doing it, but it's kind of just pushing through and having somebody to lean on. It was awesome.
What was their advice?
Stick to it and keep it a day-to-day basis. Do as much as you can in that day, and in the end, you'll be thankful for it.
Did you know immediately when it happened that it was that serious?
Not really, because it hurt for like 15 seconds, and then I was like, oh, okay, like it doesn't hurt anymore. So then I tried to walk off the field and felt it buckle a couple times, and I was like, all right, that's not good. So, I mean, I didn't know what was wrong, but I knew there was something wrong.
How much of a fluke was it? It was a fairly routine drill, wasn't it? Was it not?
Oh, yeah. It could happen at any time. It's the definition of a freak accident, but it is what it is.
Is this the biggest hurdle you've had to face in your career playing football?
I'd say yes, just because I was talking with Jeff Davis today, and my main thing is whenever I first came out here and I had to try out 3 different times in order to get on the team, like that was tough, but that was a daily grind. Like I hadn't experienced the success yet, and then once I did, I was like, okay, like I just need to get back to that. So I have like an extra motivation to get back to that.
Can you take us through the play and kind of your emotions from it first happening to realizing it was pretty serious?
Well, I mean, it happened in literally a second, because an average field goal time is only from like 1.25 to 1.4, so it's literally like that. But I mean, as soon as it happened, I don't really remember it. All I remember is laying on the ground, like, okay, like this does not feel good. And then afterwards, we were in the training room, and they're like, hey, like, we need to get an MRI. We're not feeling too confident about it. I was like, all right. Like, and I got the MRI that night. And then I don't think it really hit me. Like afterwards, whenever I got the results later that night, people told me, they're like, hey, like you tore your ACL and MCL, and like we're gonna have to have surgery on it. I was like, okay. Like at that point, I didn't realize everything that was gonna go into it. But a couple weeks in, I think that's whenever it really hit me. It's like, oh, it's not ideal.
Not like names or anything, but can you just kind of take us through the play of how it all unfolded and how?
I can't go over specifics, but it's the definition of a freak accident. Yeah, could happen anytime.
I'd see you on the field before games and pregame warm-ups and talking to all the kickers and trying to walk them through things.